With the eye, medial and lateral canthus, I will not pin on an eye like this. It will be done on a picture, okay? Sclera, especially if I'm going for like the front part of the sclera, I may pin it on this, but I'll show you kind of where I'd pin it on this. If I'm going for the front part of the sclera, I would probably pin it on a picture. Limbus, I'd probably pin on a picture, but you guys can see that around there.
What's the limbus?
Remember, oh, Danelle's not here. Who has a good one here? Where's
the black around the iris?
Yeah.
You were the one that didn't even look at my eyes that when we were talking about it that one day.
Your eyes are lighter today. They were really dark that day.
Weird.
Are you in a different mood?
Yes.
Oh. So does anger bring out your limbus or joy?
We'll have to find out.
I don't wanna. So extrinsic eye muscles, so all this stuff around here
That's crazy.
is
That's a lot of muscle.
yeah. This here is the optic nerve in the back here. So it's pretty huge. You can definitely see this, so that's fair game for...
Is it cut?
Yeah, like it, because they took the eyeball off the brain, so...
It looks like such a smooth part.
Yeah. I don't know if it's smoothed out being in... I don't know what a bucket does to it. The cornea is this part here. It's usually clear, but because it has been sitting in a bucket of preservative, it's very cloudy. Okay. So when we open it up, get back there, lens. So this is the cornea here in the front. This here is the iris, this part going around the colored part, and then the pupil would be in the middle of that, just like any normal eye. Okay. We have 3 different chambers in the eye. We have our anterior chamber, which is in front of the iris and behind the cornea, so that's one chamber. Our next chamber, I'm just going to put everything in place so that I can show you, and then I'll put it back down. So our next chamber is called the posterior chamber. It's super duper small. It's between the iris, the lens, and this little black flappy thing here is called the ciliary body. So this is the iris up front here. This little black flappy thing is called the ciliary body, and this hard thing back here is called the lens. So these tiny little things on the edge of each lens, those are called the posterior chamber. Okay, then we have a third chamber back here called the vitreous chamber. The vitreous chamber is filled with vitreous humor, which is this jelly-like stuff. Okay, so if you were to ever puncture your cornea, there's a liquid in there, and it's kind of a watery liquid. If that leaks out, it's not the end of the world. Your ciliary body can produce more. Okay, so if you just poke like the first little bit, you should have most of your vision back if they can repair the eye. If you get a really deep puncture and it punctures into the vitreous chamber and this stuff starts leaking out, you're up the creek. You're not going to be seeing. Exactly. Okay? So do not poke the jelly out of your eye. Bad. Okay?
If you pin the lens, it's going to pop all the fluid out?
No, the lens is really hard.
Oh, I thought it was fluid.
Well, not anymore. It's really hard now. It does harden up a lot in the preservative. So normally it's a little bit softer than this, but unfortunately the preservative is kind of mean to it. Okay, so as I was saying before, that this little back flappy bit behind the iris, that's your ciliary body, and then it's going to turn into this black part which is the choroid. Behind your choroid, can you see this white layer all the way around here? That's actually your sclera. So not only can you see like the sclera from the front part, but it goes all the way around. Okay, so that's all sclera. So you have white stuff around your entire eye. Okay, on top of our choroid here is this white stuff, which I've completely destroyed pretty much. So all this white stuff here, that's your retina. You guys may have heard of that as your neural tunic. I don't know if you've done the eye yet.
We just did it.
Okay,
I don't
so you
remember
haven't
anything
studied
about
it, so you don't recall any of it? Okay, so this is part of your vascular tunic, is your retina. So this white stuff back here, so that's going to be, there's tons and tons of neurons in this, so it's going to be interpreting all those things that are coming through your eye. Okay, you can see on this side that it does attach to become your optic nerve. Okay, so that makes sense. It's going to take all those signals and bring those to your optic nerve. Okay, also on above the black choroid, we have the tapetum lucidum. So this gorgeous shiny stuff here is called the tapetum lucidum. And what that functions is increasing night vision. So low light vision, it will help refract the light back, and so that animals are able to see better than us in low light conditions. Okay, so that's the function of this pretty little layer right here. So I did cornea, anterior chamber, iris pupil, posterior ciliary body lens. Did you? Any questions on the eyeball?